Hello lads. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a quick video on how to get better with Deathslinger. In the background, you'll be able to see some gameplay from me. I'm not the best, I'm not the worst. I am rank 1, but you can decide whether that's deserved or not. But yeah, I did actually get to rank 1 originally using Deathslinger. So I just thought I'd make a video of him first. It's gonna be the first video I've made. Just thought I'd give YouTube a try. For my own sanity. Sometimes playing games live on Twitch can get a bit dull, so I thought I'd try something different. Yeah, so I'll get into it while the gameplay is rolling. But this is not live. This is pre-recorded. But as you can see, I've basically just tried to go for a quick down here. Obviously, I've been screwed by Dead Hard. It's pretty typical in this game. I did predict it. Sure, I didn't swing. He's walked straight into my hit. Not paying any attention, and he's down. But basically, the idea of Deathslinger is you don't want to shoot a lot. You probably are going to see me shoot a lot in the video. That's more just for the fact I was trying to hit some shots. But really, you don't want to shoot a lot. You actually want to leave your shots and let people think you're going to shoot, which makes them dodge. And obviously you want people to dodge because it makes you gain distance. So I think I'm going to pop this gen here in a second, but I think I want to clear this guy off first. You want to create that pressure. He might think I'm going to chase him. Gives me time to kick the gen. Maybe I'll be able to shoot him off of the unhook. So with Deathslinger, you don't want to give people free unhooks because unlike survivors may tell you, it's not smart. This wall definitely is broken, by the way. But yeah, unlike survivors may tell you, it is not smart to let them get free unhooks. And as you can see, I've made 2 people go for that hook, which means that's now 3 people not on gens. Somewhere there will be someone doing a gen, but that's fine. Obviously, you're rarely going to ever have 5 gens stand at the end of the game. So I've gone to chase this guy. I believe that's the injured guy actually who I've gone to chase. But I've ended the chase there because, again, with Deathslinger, he's slow. You don't want to take chases if it's going to take too long. You want to be able to spread your time around with each gen. Because if you're sticking to one gen and one survivor the whole game, you are going to lose. There's no doubt about it. So I think here, I actually thought he went to a locker, which is understandable because there's no scratch marks anywhere else. And honestly, here, I have no idea where this guy went. Again, just going to switch back to a different target, and I'm going to head off and try to patrol a different gen. Another strat I do like to use with Deathslinger is actually 3 gen. Usually survivors do it themselves, especially if you play the game well. Obviously this guy's just been quite unlucky there, run into him when he's injured again. But yeah, I think the 3 gen strat works especially well with Deathslinger, mainly because he's quite a slow killer and you don't have much map control, but he does have the potential to get very quick downs, which is basically his only benefit. And the reason behind that is when you hit someone, they run away, you can shoot them and actually hit them before they even make it to a pallet, which is quite insane. In case you're interested, I'm not going to go too much into my build in this video because I literally have no good perks for him, which again is proof that Deathslinger is quite good. The fact that I've managed to get to rank 1 with him by using these perks. But yeah, but realistically, you can see I've got these 3 gens here that I'm patrolling. I think at this point I sort of had an idea that I would need to take these gens because these guys were hiding quite a lot. Sorry, this part of the gameplay is a little bit boring. It does speed up and slow down throughout the game. At the end, it does get a little bit dull as well. But yeah, at the moment it's a little bit boring. I do understand that. But really, you don't want to be taking a lot of shots. As you can see there, I've just hit this guy again because it was quite an easy shot and he couldn't really dodge it. But honestly, most of the time you just want to go for M1 attacks after you've faked out their dodge. That guy went down again because he was injured and because he found himself in a dodgy spot. But I'm not quite listening to my own advice here, and I am actually leaving the hook quite a lot. But you want to just check back like I'm doing here, and as you can see, from the guy's gone for the unhook, and I've seen it with spies from the shadows. So now I'm going to switch targets and chase this guy. That was a near miss. Needed to aim a little bit more to the right. Normally with Deathslinger, when you aim at people, you want to hold your aim for a second because they'll dodge, and you need to aim into their dodge rather than where they're going to go. That guy actually didn't try to dodge, which is why I missed. As you can see, they are doing these gens quite quickly. I think they were more focused on gen rushing than looping and stuff, probably because of the map. But yeah, I'm going to patrol the top now, but I think I've realised now that it's a 3 gen, and yeah, they're all downstairs, so give that a quick hit. And obviously I'm moving over to the next gen now. So you'll see the next time I see a survivor, I'm probably going to go for a down, because when there's 4 survivors left and there's 2 gens, you really want to try and get someone out of the game. And the only way to do that is by making sure you actually get hooks rather than going for a lot of hits and ending chases. You want to get quick downs when you think you're actually going to lose. You don't want to just be hitting people, letting them heal, and then letting others do gens. It just won't work. That's not just for Deathslinger, that's for every killer. But obviously for Deathslinger it's even more crucial because he's so slow. And if you let people get away, it might take you the next 10 minutes to actually catch up to them. So yeah, I probably, my explanation's probably not that great at the moment. This is just the first video, whatever. But I hope the gameplay anyway can help you understand. But obviously this bit, as I said, does get a little bit tedious and boring. Really, it's really this bit is just me patrolling the gens. Somehow they still did that gen, which I wasn't too fussed about because that wasn't part of the 3 gen, but it was it was still a gen. I didn't actually intend for them to get it that easily, but so now as you can see, I'm going to commit to this chase. I think want to end it quickly, get him down, and get him on a hook. And I'm not saying you should camp every hook, but getting her down this close to the end of the game can actually help you quite a lot. So there you can see I've gone for the gen, and I've seen that it was damaged, and I thought, well, okay, sorry, it's not damaged. So I looked at it and I thought, okay, there's no one there, so there's obviously going to be someone close, which makes perfect sense. Okay, so he's gone down because I've just found him, and that is actually his death hook, I believe. So that guy didn't understand that. He just took a free hit for no reason. There's a hook right there. But as I said, see how I didn't shoot at all there? I only used M1. That's exactly what you want to do. I know I used the shot as he went over the obstacle, which is definitely something you want to do. Just think you want to shoot over obstacles like that. Take them to the side where there is no boxes, or where it's not higher up. You want to take them and loop them around the side where you can shoot over it, because he is quite strong, as you can see where I shot him there, and I pushed around the other side and then hit him. But that's one guy out of the game now, so I'm obviously against 3 people now. So again, I'm patrolling the 3 gens, and sadly this is something you just have to do with some killers. With Blight you can control 5 gens, but with Deathslinger he's slow, and unless you get very quick downs, you're gonna have to use the 3 gen strat. It's just how it goes. But as you can see, so I've seen scratch marks. This guy's going up top, and because I've spent so long looking for someone, I know that the other gens are not nearly done. I am just gonna go for the actual down. So you have to fake the pallet, obviously, going through here, and as I said, shoot over the obstacles. Be patient with your shots. It doesn't matter if you miss. Most of the time, if you shoot and miss over an obstacle on a loop, they will continue to loop anyway, so it's not a massive big deal. So this guy's obviously shift Wing, which is a smart thing to do. Normally with Deathslinger you'd end your chase here, because I'm so close to the end of the game. That's actually not very wise at all. I'm trying to not give too many tips about Killer and more about Deathslinger. But yeah, this guy most definitely will, vault here, blah blah. It's pretty simple. You can't use Deathslinger's gun on that kind of loop. You should never ever shoot over pallets as well. That's a fairly obvious thing. If you knew, then it's probably not. But yeah, never ever shoot over pallets as Deathslinger, because you won't be able to do anything to them. They'll most likely run after you make them mend, and then you've just lost the down. Ideally you want to go for an M1 first and then a shot, but if you can't, then whatever. So I'd say this is not a perfect game. This is far from perfect. I've had a lot better games than this, but I've just thought I'd record some games today and get a genuine game out rather than one that went perfectly. You know, no point showing a perfect game. So you see how I quickly aimed in there to fake him? That's something else you want to do. It makes people dodge, as I said, and it makes you gain distance on them, and eventually you can just M1 them, or you can keep doing it, and eventually they'll run in a straight line. You hit them, but you don't normally want to shoot instantly unless you really can, you know, hit it instantly, because it's quite easy to dodge. So as you can see, I'm gonna get this hook here. Again, splash from the shadows. It's a strange perk to be using, definitely, but I find it quite useful. So I now know that this guy's here. There you go. It's actually the same dodge. Last time it got affected by that as well. So as you can see, I've M1'd him. Could have shot him, obviously, but you don't want to do that. You want to M1 them first. So he's running a straight line, and he wasn't looking behind them as well. If you notice that, if they're looking ahead, you don't really need to fake them because they won't know. They can't hear the aim in sound. So you may as well just shoot if they're not looking behind them. But yeah, obviously he was, so make sure you just go for the shot if they're looking ahead. If they're looking behind them, fake them, walk towards them. You can wait for them to try and dodge, and then make them walk into your shot. That works too. But yeah, as you can see, this guy's not great at dodging. I think my point stands about shooting over the top of things. That's been the third time I think I've killed that guy. Big mistake on their part. Should have unhooked there, and they probably would have been able to get a few people out. But yeah. Typical mistake. So obviously, I think there's someone going to shot this pallet on my face. You don't really want a pallet dropped on your head. It's not a very nice thing to happen. So that's obviously what I'm checking for here. But I think eventually I've tried to bait it a few times and I'll just pick him up. But again, if a guy comes to the unhook, you want to go for the M1 on him when he's unhooking, and then you either want to go for another M1 or you just want to shoot him if he's, you know, gaining distance. You should never ever shoot as the first line of damage unless they're going to make it to a window or a pallet. Not much examples of windows in this map, but unfortunately that's just the map. So I've aimed at him again, they get scared, I baited out his dead hard, and now I'm going to chase him. He has nowhere to go, and he's dead. Again, didn't need to shoot, and you never should shoot in that situation. There's no point. He's so close, and you know that if you aim at him, he's gonna have to dead hard, or he's gonna have to dodge or do something. There was no way he was making it out of that. So that's a nice 4K there. And as you can see now, I'm just gonna go and find it. So just to summarize, really, on this video, I know there wasn't much window vaults and things like that, but what you mainly want to do is go for those shots when people are on low obstacles like this, like where we are in this room right now. You want to go through windows as well, but the biggest tip I can give is that you never want to shoot too early. You always want to aim at people for a while, make them dodge, make them give you distance, and then give them a swift M1 to the back of the head, because an M1 is far more effective than a shot anyway, because you don't want to have to reload over and over again. It's going to take way too long. Reloading gives them a lot of distance, so 2 shots for a down is going to take quite a long time to win that chase. But yeah, obviously I'm just going to go around here, look around, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it for what happens at this point in this game. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this quick video on Deathslinger, just some tips on it. Honestly, there's a lot more to it than this, and if you want another sort of separate thing to it, that's fine. I can make another video as well. This was more of a a test kind of video, so I'd make one on Deathslinger first. But yeah, no, definitely this is a fairly simple concept of just not shooting too early, baiting out window vaults, pallet drops, and things like that, and dodges, and then shooting after that once they're injured. But yeah, that's going to be a nice 4K anyway for this game. Wasn't the easiest 4K in my life. Wasn't the hardest, but it was just quite hard. As you can see, I'm just giving him some nods here anyway. just a little bit BM, but yeah. Anyway, I do hope that you enjoyed that video anyway. I did certainly enjoy playing some games and doing this recording of it. Let me know if you want a bit of an extension to this, and I can do that. But if not, I hope everyone enjoyed, and yeah, have a fucking sick day. I'll leave my Twitch in the description. There's the ranks, those guys, and yeah, they were pretty sick. So I will catch you later.